Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Yuma Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay, and I am so glad that you could join me this morning for my daily spiritual practice. Well, I'm so happy to be coming to you from my office. I'm no longer in my guest room. The noise in my house is now at a level where I can work in the office. As many of you know, I've had some work done in my house the last 6.5 weeks, and it's been a real education for me. It's very interesting to have several groups of workmen show up at 7 a.m., and they're used to being on a job site, but not in someone's home. So it's been a lot of learning. And part of that learning brought me to this morning's reading. These are some points that I've been pondering, and I know that this is what Spirit wanted me to focus on today. So the title of this morning's reading is Where's the Dump? We're going to start with a quote from Sir Ben Kingsley. Life is always richer when we're not playing who we are, but being who we are. And our reading this morning is by Dr. Christian Sorensen and Dr. Petra Wells from their book, The Joyous Abundance Journal. Where's the dump? What if instead of taking his garbage to the curb, your friend came and dumped it on your living room floor? Now that would get your attention. And you wouldn't put up with his garbage in your house. And you'd probably remember it for a very long time. Now think about those people who dump trash in your mind. Gossip, sarcasm, put downs, attacks, complaints, slurs, or doomsday fears. It's not that these people are necessarily bad folks. It's just that they themselves have become trash dumps, and that's all they have to share. But as much as you'd like to see their world filled with joy, it's not your mission in life to take out their trash. You hang out with trash, you're going to stink. Dumpster diving is not what you were created for. Instead of sifting through other people's trash, try looking into the spiritual truth of who you are. What are you allowing into your consciousness? You may offend your friends by not being their dumping ground, but it's time for your life to be richer than trash. Give up being the garbage collector. You've been created for your own unique expression. But being a repository for others' junk only burdens you with what you're not. Be who you are. Our affirmation for today is, I am keeping my mind clean for God to express as me. So I'd like you to ponder this morning, who's been dumping in your world? And what can you do to end it? So this morning, we're going to do a guided meditation about good boundaries. Living without healthy boundaries deprives us of our dignity. It's destructive to our relationships, and it keeps us from fulfilling ourselves physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Like a broken fence, there are two sides to unhealthy personal boundaries. On one side is the pattern of disrespecting personal space, taking advantage of others, and being abusive. And on the other side is allowing oneself to be disrespected, taken advantage of, or abused, and deliberately doing things for others that are the other person's responsibility to do for themselves. Developing healthy boundaries may require some personal space housekeeping. It may take time to change who you allow into your life, or to stop giving others all the time or attention they come to expect from you. So we're going to go into a guided meditation that can help us to just shift, establish some good, healthy boundaries, and enjoy the freedoms that these healthy boundaries make possible. So I invite you to gently close your eyes and just make yourself comfortable. Take a slow, deep breath and let go of any tension in your body. Just feel yourself sinking into the surface you're resting on, becoming still more comfortable, more relaxed. Take another slow, deep breath. And just feel that sense of calm and peace as it fills you. Take another slow, deep breath. And let your thinking begin to wind down and smooth out. And now I invite you to step into high consciousness. That place where we prepare our minds for the best that life has to offer. And I'm going to ask you some questions for you to ponder as we go through this meditation. What do I do for others that should be their responsibility to do for themselves? In what situations do I give away my time, energy, or money to gain acceptance, love, or appreciation? In what ways do I leave my own center and ignore my own truth to try and get my physical or emotional needs met? What do I feel or believe about myself that makes me willing to leave my center and ignore my own truth? What situations do I allow to occur or not take precautions to prevent that result in my being abused, hurt, or taken unfair advantage of? And now, as we've asked these questions to the universe, we've released these thoughts. And I invite you to see yourself standing alone in a favorite setting. a place of your choice that feels safe and comfortable. Somewhere you feel totally relaxed and free to be yourself. And as you stand there, you become aware of a column of light extending from the highest heavens. And it flows straight through you, deep into the earth, all the way to the earth's core. As this light passes through you, it resonates, especially in your heart center. Feel this light merging with your own energy, expanding outward. Focus on your heart. Feel this deep sense of connection, of strength. And as the light continues to pass through you, feel more and more centered, grounded, and whole. You are fully self-contained and content, complete unto yourself. A circular zone of protection seems to project out all around you, and you can see it expanding out from your feet, from your heart, and from your head. This zone and the column of light passing through you represents your healthy boundary. It's both an energetic boundary and a physical one. And it comes from the center of your own being. As you continue to stay centered, heart-focused and grounded, your energy becomes stronger, healthier, and more self-contained than ever. So I invite you to just sit in this energy. Now take a few moments to consider what changes you might need to make in your life to create the opportunity to develop good, healthy boundaries. What situations would you need to avoid, and what would you need to cultivate? What relationships would you need to change or diminish, and how would you change them? So it's time to bring our journey to a close. I ask you to gather the thoughts and the learning that you've had as we've been together this morning and allow them to unfold in divine right timing. I thank you for being a light in the world, for setting healthy boundaries. I thank you for joining me this morning. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay, here at the Yuma Center for Spiritual Living. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you notice how good your energy feels now that you've had this time to connect to the light. And I look forward to seeing you on Friday for our word for the week. I send you much love and many blessings. Thank you for joining me this morning.